Hello, bonjour, Calgary. Did you know that at least 238,000 people speak Français in Alberta and that 90,000 live right here in Calgary? Oui, c'est vrai. It's true. And now, thanks to Shaw Community Access Programming, we get to reach out to everyone to let you know all about our special people, places, events, and activities happening in this fair city in both English and en français. That's right, mes amis. We begin the first part of our program in English and then we repeat it en français. So stay with us. Welcome once again to Hello, Bonjour, Calgary. Mon nom est Anne Boiteau, and today we welcome with us Mamady Camara and Ahmed Amrouche from CANAF, which is the Centre d'Accueil pour Nouveaux Arrivants Francophones. C'est bien ça?
C'est bien ça.
Okay. So maybe we'll start a little bit about with Mamady on the organization itself.
Okay.
Mamady, how long has the CANAF existed?
Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here today. CANAF is Francophone New Commerce Center in English. En français, c'est le Centre d'Accueil pour Nouveaux Arrivants Francophones. CANAF exists since 2005. It started with the services with a private company, which ran CANAF until 2008. From 2008, CANAF became a community services. So CANAF is serving Francophone New Commerce Center, I can say, since 2005.
And have you been with the organization as the director since 2005?
No, I started at 2010, February 2010, as director.
As director. Were you involved with the association before or no?
Not directly with CANAF, but with Francophone community. I was involved in Francophone community as a researcher, and by this means I integrate the community, and I discover by the research that there is a huge community, Francophone community here, and I start to be in relationship with them. And one day I applied for the position and I got it.
Good. And Ahmed, have you been with the association long as president?
As a president, this is starting my third year, but I've been with CANAF since CANAF became a non-profit institution, which means in 2008. In 2008, we had what we call advisory committee to make CANAF kind of independent non-profit institution. We were under the umbrella of provincial ACFA. So right after the CANAF became a non-profit, before it was, as Mamady said, it was a private company. And I was involved as a member of the advisory committee. At that time, the community was involved, and at that time, I was the school principal for La Rose Sauvage, that's a Francophone school. So the superintendent has asked me to go and to represent the Francophone authority. So that's how I started my involvement with CANAF in 2008. In 2009, we really became autonomous. And then I've been, as 2008, 2009, as a member of the board, and I became the president in 2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why an organization like CANAF? Where did you feel the need came from?
Well, there is a great need. Number one, if you're looking at the number of the newcomers coming to Alberta, the vast majority are coming to Calgary, and the rest are going Edmonton and elsewhere in the province. in the Edmonton area, they do have these services. They do offer the same services for newcomers, Francophone newcomers in the area of Edmonton. So the question, why not Calgary? The institution itself existed before, but as a private company. Now, as a non-profit, we do see the need to serve the Francophone newcomers for the region of Calgary. And since we are getting more newcomers to Calgary, well, I think the raise is definitely here.
And Mamady, how many clients are you serving now? And how many did you have when you first started?
Yeah, I remember that in 2000, at the end of the fiscal year 2009-2010, we got 500 clients. And second year, at the end of 2011, we got 700.
Wow.
And at the end of 2011, this fiscal year, 2011 and 2012, so at March 2012, we got 900. So that means it's a growing company. We receive every year a lot of clients. So CANAF is well known in the city now, and we got day by day a lot of clients from anywhere around the world.
And where do your clients come from mostly? Is it within Canada or outside Canada?
Mostly it's outside Canada. I can say 60% come from directly from their country, the new client. And the rest come from mainly from Quebec, province Quebec. And I can say 30% come from Quebec, and the rest come from a small part of the world.
And is there some sort of criteria to be able to access the services you offer?
CANAF serve, I can say nowadays we serve all Francophone, but we are committed to serve priority. So we are funded mainly to serve landing immigrants.
Okay.
In their 5 first years.
Okay.
But as you know, we receive a lot of Francophone. They are not only landing immigrants, they are also Canadian citizens. They are visitors. They have a work permit. So we receive this kind of client. They are not eligible at the main program, but we have another program which is funded by Francophone Secretary in Alberta here. So we can serve them through this small program. So now we serve all Francophone, but mainly landing immigrants.
Good. And Ahmed, is the organization mostly federally funded?
At this time, I would say yes. The 90% of our funding comes from Citizen Immigration Canada. The rest comes from membership, and we have another, I would say, the Secretary of Francophone, which is provincial. That helps us a little bit to serve the clients who are not usually eligible. So, but mainly I would say Citizenship Immigration Canada is our main, where we get the funding.
Okay. And do you need to become a member to be eligible for services with CANAF?
Not necessarily member. We are just you have to be necessarily in need. The first thing is you need CANAF, and CANAF will help you. Everyone is welcome. We are here to serve. We are community services, so we serve all community members who need CANAF services. But the requirement is you have to be a landing immigrant. You have to be Francophone. Mainly is that. We don't.
Okay.
We are community services. We are here to serve community.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the services you offer now. We've talked about your clients, but let's move to these services. What kind of services would you offer a newcomer?
Our main mandate is intake and and intake and
Integration? You mean?
integration
Integration.
and establishment. So we welcome people, and intake and settlement. So that is the exact word, intake and settlement. So we help people to integrate well in Canadian society and Alberta society, and we help them also to settle. They need housing. The first things when we receive client, the first need is housing. You have to sleep somewhere. So that's the first question. The second question is after that, after finding sleeping, where you can sleep, you need furniture. You need chair. You need a table. You need a TV. You need some. So we knock on many doors with partners, community partners, to furnish to give services to our clients. So after an intake, we have all the services, counseling. We have to receive clients to know what is their needs, because our services, we try to respond in better way their needs. So we have counseling. We discover their needs. It will be the open need and hidden need, because they don't tell us all they need, but we discover beyond according to our experiences. We know some need, even though they don't tell us. So we try to direct them to all community services like Francophone schools. We inform them that if they have children, even though they don't ask us if there is Francophone children, but the Francophone school. So even though if we know that they have children, we direct them, we inform them that there is Francophone school, there are Francophone institution.
English as a second language also?
Yeah,
maybe?
we inform all services in community, but we are Francophone services, so we have to inform them that there is a huge Francophone community here. We have Francophone institution, we have Francophone services, but if their need is beyond the Francophone services, we direct them to Anglophone services.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're like the connector.
Yeah, we can say CANAF is the door for newcomers to enter the Francophone community.
Okay.
We are the door. So we are.
And do you offer job counseling as well, or no?
No, that's not our mandate. We have partnership with Connection Career.
Okay.
So if someone need intake and settlement, it's CANAF. If someone needs employment services, we direct them to Connection Career. So we have partnership with Connection Career.
Okay, very good.
But we do also offer workshops. In terms of
workshop for about many kind of subjects. Like our next workshop is in partnership with Momentum. So it's about how to be your own boss.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So we train them how to create their own enterprise. So it's like this kind of subject, and we have a workshop about how to protect yourself during the winter.
All kinds of things newcomers need to learn, right?
All the big services we offer is day camp for children during the winter, during the summer, during the spring. So we offer this kind of services just to help our children to be well integrated to our living in Canada. It's not just winter. It's not only winter. It's not only summer. So we organize all kind of activity during all time. So that to help children, newcomer children, to be well integrated, not to stay at home during the winter, but to go outside.
To be able to get involved with everything.
So we organize a lot of activities.
That's good. Well, gentlemen, we're already almost at the end of our time. I thank you so much for joining us. And I invite all new Francophone newcomers to Calgary to get in touch with the CANAF. And they can find you on internet, right?
Easily.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. My
Thanks
pleasure.
for having us.